So I get a lot of questions from people asking how to stop absorbing other people's energy. And what I keep getting when I think about this is that we've got to start living from the inside out. So many of us live from the outside in. We're living in a constant reactive state. So something outside of us happens, that's the stimulus, and we respond, we react to what's happening, rather than really embracing the fact that we are creating our experience of life. Without further ado, we'll get into a few ways you can stop absorbing other people's energy and take charge of your life, all right? Cool. First and foremost, we need to work on healing and resolving our unresolved issues. Okay? And in some circles, we call this shadow work. We can call it counseling, therapy, whatever. But we need to heal our unresolved issues if we want to stop absorbing other people's energy. Okay? And we might be wondering what this has to do with, other people's toxic energy and how it affects me. Well, think about having a conversation with someone and they say something totally outlandish and it just offends the shit out of you. Okay? Feel that being offended. What has actually happened in this situation? What has actually happened in this conversation where you have become offended? What's going on here for us is that this person has touched a nerve. This person has touched on something that we haven't quite dealt with, and that's what makes us angry and offended and makes us want to lash out. Oh, but people are racist and this and that. Yes, okay. Some people have some belief systems that are very dysfunctional. Fact. Sometimes these belief systems in people will make them say and do things that are what we consider to be immoral. Fact. But when we get offended and have a big reaction, it's because we have a belief that the other person needs to show up in a different way so that we can feel okay. Let that sink in for a second. We've internalized a belief that the people around us and the world at large needs to show up, needs to present itself in a certain way so that we can feel at peace. And when people and situations don't do that, then we feel justified in lashing out. So one way to stop absorbing people's toxic energy is to resolve these belief systems in ourselves and work on cultivating an unshakable sense of inner peace. And it's not going to happen overnight. But the more you work at it, the more you do the work on yourself and become what Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley calls unfuckwithable in your energy, the more you will stop absorbing the energy of others. Another way we can stop absorbing the energy of other people's is to express ourselves. And I know this might sound weird, but think about this situation, okay? So you're having a conversation with someone and they just keep talking and 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 talking, and you really want to say something but you don't. What happens there? You stay silent. You stay silent and you shrink. Your energy shrinks and you start to become a sponge. Because silently you have allowed your boundary to be crossed, okay? And when you allow your boundaries to be crossed, your energetic boundaries to be crossed, then you're open to whatever is coming at you because you're not holding strong in yourself, okay? So you become a sponge and then you start actually absorbing that person's energy because silently, with your silence, you have said, your energy is more important than mine, and I will submit my vibration to yours. And we do this thinking that we're being polite. but we're not being polite or nice to ourselves. We're being people pleasers and we don't want to rock the boat. So if you start feeling like someone's just talking and overtaking the conversation and your energy, express that. You don't have to be like, oh, you're being such an asshole. No. But you can cut off the conversation and be like, sorry, I just noticed the time. I really have to go. Or, hey, I'd really like to help you through this situation. Let's get to the bottom of it. But you've got to assert your energy. And it doesn't have to be in an aggressive way. Just asserting your energetic boundaries and saying, hey, I've hit my limit. That's it. So really working on this within our own selves and realizing that our truth is important, our voice is important, our energy is important, and owning that and expressing ourselves 100% without guilt. Because you are worthy of your truest expression. And if you're on this channel, I know that you're not going to just go be some crazy. You will express yourself respectfully, but it's important to show up for ourselves that way so that we stay strong in our own energy and we don't become a sponge. Number 3, ways to stop absorbing other people's energy is to realize and really let it sink in that you are not responsible for other people's emotions, for their reactions to things. You are not responsible for anyone else's emotional environment. And you have no control over it anyways. A lot of the time when we're silent and when we don't express ourselves, this is us subconsciously trying to control the other people, right? We're subconsciously seeking that energy from the other person. We're hoping that if we're good enough, if we do the right things, then we'll get the attention that we need. But when you really realize that you have no control over other people, you have no control over how they're going to react, how you're going to be received, it takes the burden off. You can just be who you are and express yourself how you want to express yourself and know that you can't control anyone else's reactions anyhow. And you're not responsible for that. All you're responsible for is being your fabulous self. Number 4 is being very mindful of your environment. So this is kind of comes twofold, okay? Being mindful of the environments that you place yourself in, and also being mindful of your internal environment. And find yourself some like-minded people. If you are a highly sensitive, empathic person, find some more empaths to hang around with. Find some more people to hang around with who see the world the same way as you. Because when you're with people who are on the same wavelength, magic happens. And, we get weird and downtrodden when we're trying to fit ourselves into an environment where we don't fit. Stop doing that. Stop hitting yourself. Stop trying to shove yourself into a square hole when you're a round peg. A circle might go into it. Square peg into a round hole. You know what I'm talking about. Come on now. Be mindful of where you're putting yourself. Be mindful of that. And when you need to be in an environment that is not totally in line with your energy, then it's important to monitor your internal environment. Watch how you talk to yourself. Watch your perception of things. Be mindful of how you talk to yourself about the environment that you're in. Because if you're sitting there judging the people around you, you're lowering your vibration. If you're sitting there wishing, oh, I wish I didn't have to be here, you're lowering your vibration and you're focusing your energy on negativity, which is just going to breed more negativity. And then in those situations, that's you doing that to you. It's not the other people, that's you. So if you're in an environment with people who are not of the same wavelength, keep your energy strong. Keep your energy positive. Keep telling yourself positive things about where you're at and the people around you. Train yourself to see the positives in the people around you rather than the things that irk you. And watch your environment change. Watch your perception change. Watch your body change. Watch your reality shift. Okay? All right. Number 5. Let go of the need to be validated. We gotta let that shit go. Let go of the need to be validated. Because when we are seeking for external validation of, what we're wearing, what we're doing, what we're thinking, we open ourselves up energetically to that person to speak and influence us on a very deep level. And we do this subconsciously, but anytime you're seeking external validation, you are opening your energy field wide up and allowing another person to act within your energy, to act within your vibration. And you're allowing their beliefs and their words to permeate you and to affect your internal environment. You've got to know deep within yourself what you're about, what you're doing, where you're going, what you want to achieve, and you've got to know without a shadow of a doubt that you have your own back. Because as you move through life, people will come and go. Relationships will come and go. Friendships will come and go. And you've got to be able to hold fast within yourself and know who you are. And know what your values are, and know what your energy is, and what your energy feels like, what your energetic baseline is. And when you get to that point, you stop seeking external validation because you're validating yourself and empowering yourself in that way. Okay, number 6, remember your dominion. Okay? Now, this might be a new concept, but you have dominion over your space. You have dominion over your mind. You have dominion over your body and over your energy. No person can create within your reality without your consent. We are constantly, either consciously or unconsciously, inviting people into our lives. You have the power to choose who you want to invite into your space, who you want to invite into your energy, who you want to invite into your business, who you want to invite into your conversations, who you want to invite into your physical space. Talking about, intimate relationships, you have the power to choose who you share your energy with, who you share your time with, and who you want to exchange with. Okay? You are the one creating in your reality. And if someone or something is in your life that you do not want there, it's time to take action and change things. And again, you can do this. You can be assertive without being aggressive. Aggression is never needed. And realize too, ask yourself, if there is an unwanted exchange happening in your life, why have you allowed it? I know that this might be an uncomfortable thing to face. Why we allow ourselves to be taken advantage of, why we allow ourselves to be bulldozed. But when you really look at this, really look at these patterns, you will start to see where the limiting beliefs lie. And then you can change them and really take the reins of your life and decide what you want to experience, who you want to experience that with, what kind of conversations you want to have, what kinds of relationships and friendships you want to have, what kinds of business interactions you want to have, and start directing your life. And know that you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Okay, number 7 is stop paying attention. Not to everything, but stop paying attention to the things that rile you up. Stop paying attention to the energy vampires in your life, because your attention, your energy is such a valuable resource. All kinds of people are going to want a piece of it, you know? You've got to guard that. You've got to guard your energy. That doesn't mean you have to like make big walls around yourself and shut yourself off from the world, but just being mindful of what you focus on, being mindful of what you put your energy on, your attention. Because, we'll say it again, where attention goes, energy flows. If you're putting your attention on all the toxicity and all the vampiric connections in your life, that is what you're going to grow. That is what you're going to match your frequency to, and that's more like you're going to just attract more of that into your life. On the other hand, if you focus your attention on everything that's going right, you focus your attention on all the times that you felt loved, all of the times that you felt supported, all of the ways that things are going your way in your life, you will attract more of that. You will grow more of that. You get to choose which one you want to feed, which one do you want to focus on. So really embodying the fact that your attention, your energy is your most valuable resource. Why do you think ad companies spend billions and billions, trillions of dollars to try to get your attention for that little bit of time? Because you're that powerful. Legit. Because you're that powerful. So let that sink in. You are that powerful. And you have the power to decide what you train your attention and your oh so valuable energy on. Okay? And when you're focused on that, when you're focused on training your energy on the good stuff, the not so great stuff will just fall away. It will just fizzle into the night. It'll just like fizzle into the background. You won't even notice it anymore because you're focused on the good stuff. You got the sparkly blinders on, you know? Just like, no, this is what I see. My life's awesome. I'm creating this. I'm manifesting this. This is what I'm focused on. Everything else can just go away. I hope this video is helpful. If it resonated with you, please share it with someone that you think would benefit from this video. And if you like this video and you want more of this kind of content, please subscribe down below and hit the bell notification so you get notified of when I put out new videos. Sending you all tons of love, and I'll talk to you soon.